This is Christine Brown, and while I have to listen to this podcast as my motherly duty, you have the choice not to. My sons sometimes say some naughty things when they're trying to be funny, but really, they're just being stupid. Do you still want to listen? Go right ahead. I am not your mother.
Welcome back to the Patriots Dynasty Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Brown. And normally here we do reviews of old Patriots games. Right now we're in the middle of the 2004 season, but middle brother Steve Brown is here with me, and the second 2021 preseason game is on as we're recording this. So he thought it'd be a good idea to do more of a forward-looking podcast. And Greg will join us at some point soon. Before he does, Steve, how are you?
I'm good. I'm watching Joe Flacco out there on the Eagles.
Oh shit, is that who that is?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Right?
Wait, why is he okay?
Cool.
Cool.
He's elite.
There were rumors at one point, I think. But similar to Pizzagate, I think that has been disproven at this point. Oh, I rest my case, as literally the snap goes through his hands, over his head, and then he tries to pick it up and then fumbles it again, and the Patriots recover.
That's
at
not
the 9-yard line.
Fault.
Yeah.
You're ahead of me too, because I haven't even seen this play. You're well ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting it illegally though.
Well, right. So we'll definitely.
I'm excited to watch this play though.
Oh.
I'll give you my breakdown.
Wait for the.
That was a catchable snap too. That's right.
That's why I'm saying you were all about defending Joe Flacco on that one.
He turns to throw and he catches it on the bounce kind of. He turns to throw and Judon.
That was very Peyton Manning first snap of the Super Bowl-esque.
Kept to the center. I don't know. That's catchable.
Yeah, it's not the center's fault. I don't think.
It was a bullet. Don't get me wrong, but
oh yeah, it was a hot one coming in there, but like get your hands on it. And then when you pick it up, hold on to it. He had two chances.
Judon rushed him on that hit.
Yeah. So, all right. So where should we start? So you want to start with his defense?
Yeah.
That was on the field for two plays.
Although we'll see who starts Patriots, actually. Let's start on the offense since they're about to take the field inside the red zone, inside the 10-yard line.
Maybe I should pause this and you let me know when that first snap happens.
It's right now. Cam takes a snap, hand off to Damon Harris.
Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I'm well ahead of you. All right. I think I should be about the same now. So
good.
This offense, they have trotted out Cam Newton, who I think is a presumed starter on this team. How do you feel?
Start week 1, Andy.
I think Cam Newton's going to start week 1.
Mac Jones is plus 250 to start right now.
You want a hot take? Mac Jones doesn't start this season. How's that for a hot take?
Yeah, those are the hot takes I'm looking for. Andy.
Okay. And you want to know why? Because look at the top 3 quarterbacks in the league right now. Name them for me.
Pat Mahomes.
Yep.
Tom Brady.
Yep.
And Tom Brady.
Okay. And give me a third name.
Then Tom Brady. I'm just going to keep saying that.
A third different name. Probably Aaron Rodgers, right? Those are the 3 consensus, like top 3. Some people might have them in different orders, but that's your top 3 guys. How many games combined did those 3 start in their rookie season?
Yeah, they were all played a long time ago, except for Pat Mahomes.
Right, he started one game.
It was a different era back then. We were definitely not the quarterback for the first year. That's pretty gone. Pat Mahomes was the exception to the rule.
Well, I think yes and no, because I think that the reason those guys sat was because they had a legit starter in front of them. So they were able to sit and learn for a year behind somebody who was already playing. Like Alex Smith was still there with the Chiefs.
What you're saying is that Cam Newton is a legit starter and gives the team the best chance to win?
Yes.
See, I see it the other way. I think you might as well just roll with the rookie.
Why? But what if the rookie starts 0-3 and then gets demolished by Brady week 4?
Then you just ride him.
But what if he doesn't get better though? What if that shatters his confidence?
You just pull the Jets and just ride him till the wheels come off. And
speaking of the Jets, like the Jets have done with all of their quarterbacks for the past 20 years. and absolutely ruined every single one of them?
Like the Bills did with Josh Allen.
Okay, so that's but who they got it right once
like
in
the Chargers did with Justin Herbert. He's a beast now.
Okay.
You know?
What about every Jaguars quarterback for the past 20 years? What about every Browns quarterback before?
Blame the game. Come on.
Right. And they were all ruins because they started too soon.
Yeah,
so if you
franchises are also trash, that's why they're picking high quarterbacks.
It's true, but they also so they had to start them. But if you don't have to start the guy, why do it?
Well, because maybe you think you have to start it because Cam Newton can't throw a ball more than 5 yards.
But that's garbage. He can. He just fell behind the offense. Sure, he did.
Objectively, his passing was poor last year.
It was poor, especially towards the end. It was fine at the beginning, but after he did his COVID stint, and he fell behind the offense, and then he started getting into bad habits trying to play hero ball. And I think him having a whole offseason and preseason with this team to be on the same page with them and learn as this offense goes throughout the season, I think he'll be fine this year.
So what you're saying is I'm ignoring all the recent history, which is the best predictor of future success, and just going with the gut.
History isn't a prediction of anything. That's where people get in trouble.
The best predictor of future performance is past success.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers has had a lot of past success.
And you think he's going to suck this year?
I think he's not going to win a Super Bowl this year. Like, how homer do you want me to be here? Like, I can get even more homerish if you'd like. By the way, the Patriots have scored a touchdown. They're up 7-0.
Damian Harris
looking solid. See, that's the thing. You don't even need a good quarterback. You just need a quarterback who can complement this running game, which is like 4 or 5 running backs deep. Let's talk about that.
That's why Matt can fit in, though, because all he has to do is not fuck up.
It's true. And I think if you look at this offense, it's built more for a Mac Jones type quarterback because that's who Tom Brady was.
Because if you run it really well with your running backs and Cam runs it really well, now you're just running it all the time. And then when they stack the box, you have to throw and you can't.
But you don't have to throw because Damian Harris averaged over 5 yards a carry last year. And like 80% of those runs were 8-man boxes.
You have to throw sometimes, Andy.
Not if you're averaging 5 yards a run, you don't. You literally don't have to.
Remember the Texans game that we lost, that they played goal line in midfield against us?
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. That says we don't respect your passing game at all. We're playing goal line in midfield.
Mm-hmm. But that was with an injured Cam Newton at that point. So,
right. But
so as long as he's not injured.
What do you think happens to Sony? Speaking of how many running backs they have.
Well, let's talk about the list. Give me the list of running backs on this team right now. Because there's like 10 or 12?
Damian Harris is the presumed number 1.
Yes, I would feel comfortable with that.
He got the first carry inside the goal line. They just
he sure did.
Football twice inside the 10-yard line. He scored a touchdown, which is what you want to see.
Yep.
Sony is the presumed number 2.
Yeah, well, he was the former number 1. I don't know if you could presume him number 2, but you would think.
He's the second best back in that mold on this roster.
Probably at the moment.
You have Stevenson, who had that 91-yard TD in the first preseason.
Right. And I think
he looks like LeGarrette Blount.
He looks great, but the Patriots have a very long and storied history of the first year running backs never seeing the field.
Never.
Ever. It doesn't matter how good they were.
Including Damian Harris.
Yeah. Although Sony, he played his first year, right?
He played as a rookie. He played that awesome playoffs.
Because, he had the most playoff rushing touchdowns of any rookie ever, I think, right? Of any rookie running back, something like that. It was some like obscure stat like that.
6.
Yeah. So, I would feel super confident with those two as your like running back stable, Sony and Damian Harris.
Here's my question for both those guys. Can either of them actually catch the ball?
I don't know, but you still have James White, right?
We've never really had that player, though.
Who can do both.
Kamara type.
Right.
Who can run like Damian Harris and catch the ball like James White, because that player would be unstoppable in this offense.
That's true. Well, that's what they're saying that Ramondre Stevenson is going to be, because they say he actually caught a lot of balls coming out of where he come from, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't catch a lot of balls.
Yeah, I think he did, because they were just kind of like a more spread offense sort of thing. But I think that alone might be enough to maybe push him up the list of somebody who can do both, because you saw the Patriots last year even stick with Rex Burkhead before he got hurt, because he could do both, even though he was not as good a runner as Sony or Damian Harris, and not as good a pass catcher as James White. But because he can do both well enough, he gives you that flexibility to just line up however you want and either run or pass from that thing.
Rex Burkhead, I forgot about him. You gotta love Rex.
Yeah, well, Rex is gone.
Is he playing at all this year?
I feel like he went to the Texans, like every other expatriate.
Oh, yes, that does sound right.
Yeah.
Although you can say about, like you said, half the Patriots roster.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they're building the Patriots South down there. Not sure how that's going to go.
Terrible.
I can't imagine Deshaun Watson's going to play, right? He can't.
I don't know. Even if he plays, that team is such a dumpster fire that it's just going to be awful. Even Deshaun Watson's not talented enough to save that team.
I mean, he might be, but I would have a hard time figuring out how he plays.
Can you hear these Cape Cods that I'm eating right now? Yeah.
This is the worst fucking radio. Rule number 1 of radio is don't eat on the radio. So.
Dude, they're the Cape Cod summer version.
They're potato chips. Oh my God. Useless. All right. So running backs, deep, definitely a strong suit, especially with this. Question. What was the question?
What do you think happens to Sony? Where do you think is he going to be on the roster day one?
I think so.
They cut him or they trade him.
I think he's still on the roster day one.
Are you going to keep JJ as well?
Oh, I forgot about JJ.
Yeah, because
that's a guy that's tough to figure out.
You have to pick one of those two.
Can he catch?
You got James White. Yeah, he's a little mini Dion.
Can he catch though?
Yeah, he's really good at that. He's like James White backup.
It's true, yeah. So yeah, but can you like how many running backs can you conceivably carry? I guess if you're a running team and you're just like gonna say fuck it, we're just gonna carry 3 wide receivers on the roster, and if they get hurt, fuck them, because we're just gonna run it 3 out of 4 plays anyway. I
mean, you can try and trade Sony.
You could. For what though?
Ooh. I don't know. Better than just cutting him.
It's true.
He's not bad. He's a good player.
He is. No, he's a good runner. And I think as long as he can stay, for no real reason.
Right.
It's just your typical New England negativity. But I think that the hate that he gets is mainly due to him not being able to stay on the field more than anything. And like coupled with the fact that he was a first round draft pick and everybody around here hates Bill Belichick's drafting style.
And I also think he had a shitty second year. After
he had a
first year, when
that's true.
Balled out in the playoffs.
I feel I have a hard time blaming him for that because they were on their like 3rd and 4th string linemen at pretty much every spot. That was the year we had what's his name at left tackle, the guy off the street. That was an absolute turnstile.
Oh yeah, Cunningham or something like that.
So yeah, it was something like that though. Felt so bad for the guy, but I mean, I think I can see them keeping Sony on this roster, and maybe stashing at least one of the younger guys.
All right, Andy, do you do a roster projection for us right now? You got your
a full roster projection. Yeah. I don't have the any of these lists in front of me whatsoever.
You nerd. I thought you were a Patriots nerd, you nerd.
I am, but I don't have this off the top of my head.
Well, we'll walk through it.
All right.
So you're keeping all 5 running backs, yes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Write it down. It's going to get confusing.
All right, write it down for me.
I can't write.
I'm not writing it. I know you can't read either, so why are we writing this down? You're not going to be able.
I'll write it down because I believe in you, Andy.
Okay. All right.
You get what? 50? How many? I don't even know how many players you get.
53.
Are you sure it's not 54?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's Chris Slade.
Wait, say that again.
That's how many players there is. Chris Slade.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
53. That's how I remember all of my numbers between like 1 and 100 is by old Patriot jersey numbers. So anything 55 is Willie McGinnis. 54 is Brewski, or whoever you want. So and I mean, just look at the phone number we give out. It's got Troy Brown right in the middle of it, right?
Troy Brown for 3, right?
505 Troy Brown for 3, exactly. Only because there's no 43. There's no Patriots 43
yet.
Right, there hasn't been. Who is it now? Is it Jakob Johnson? Is he 43? He's 40 something.
No idea.
40 that's a tough number because that's usually just like a fullback number. Those are the guys that are
up now.
Oh yeah. Now anybody can have any fucking number. Feels like
it's not a cool number.
No,
like 8,
right, or 9,
or number 1 like Cam Newton.
Right. See, now I got ones. Ones are all set.
And he's slinging it against these Eagles here.
Yeah, I got number 3 with Gostkowski. Number 4 is obviously Adam Vinatieri. And now 37 is Damian Harris. We didn't have that either. 37 is a random number.
That is a random number.
Yeah. So
right. Quarterbacks, Andy, how many are you keeping?
2.
Okay.
It'll probably be 3, but whatever. The top 2. Tight end will probably keep about 40. I would say that most of this roster is going to be tight end, and I'm happy with that.
You're going for the 4 tight end approach.
I would like that, yes. If we can get at least 4 on the field at one time, that would be ideal.
Okay, so you're at 47 players before the defense.
And you need 5 on that offensive line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think the offensive line.
Fucking tight ends on the offensive line.
Yeah, you probably could, right?
I'm not even quite sure you know what a tight end is. It's not Tim Tebow, Andy. Clearly,
it's anyone. Well, those videos of Tim Tebow attempting to block look like what I would look like in a professional football game trying to block. You'd be like, go hit that guy, and I would do it, and I would just fall over like he did. It's amazing.
Well, that guy would be able to elude me immediately.
Probably. So, yeah, I mean, I think stack of running backs because I think you'll rotate through them all. They might stash maybe one of them on like the practice squad, or you might get the Foxborough flu where he's on injured reserve for the whole season with a mystery illness.
Flu, huh?
Yeah. And then I think the tight ends are pretty much set. You've got the top 2, obviously, the 2 new guys.
Are you worried that they're getting hurt all the time?
Only because that's just kind of how the tight end position goes. Like tight ends don't often stay healthy all season, even with a guy like Gronk or something like that. Like they're always injured just because of how that position is.
I feel like Hunter Henry has a rap of being injury prone.
He does. I think it's a little overblown. I've seen some articles out there about how they're just, they're
lying. Is this
no, it's just it's like when everybody used to say Amendola was injury prone, and basically it was like the same injuries that, everybody was ripping that thing to shreds. The fact that they replaced Welker with Amendola because Amendola was right. But basically, they had kind of similar injury history, but Welker had his towards the end of seasons, and Amendola had his like at the beginning, so he missed more games. So it's things like that.
Hunter Henry is going to be fragile.
No.
Do you think he play? All right, let's put some more hot takes down, Andy. I'm putting you on the record here.
All right, give it to me.
So you're saying we keep Sony, right?
Yep.
I'm making notes here. Hunter Henry plays all 16.
Yep.
What's our record for the first 4 games?
First 4 games? I don't even know who we're playing, but I'm going to say 3-1. Only because we start slow.
It is home against the Dolphins.
Okay.
At the Jets.
Okay.
Home against the Saints.
Okay.
Home against the Buccaneers.
Okay. Yeah, 3-1 is my conservative estimate.
Okay. And then what's their season long record? Keeping in mind there's an extra game this year.
I don't know. See, 12 wins, and how many losses does that mean now? 5? What 12-5?
12-5.
That accounts for the extra game, right? Yeah, because usually 12-4.
Give them an extra L.
Yeah.
Okay. Cam Newton plays the whole season.
Yep. We've already established that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. What other bold hot takes you got, Andy?
Bold hot takes.
I came here for hot takes.
Matt Judon, Defensive Player of the Year.
I feel okay.
that one's a little too hot even for me.
I'll put it out there though.
All right.
It's gonna be tough to beat out the likes of Aaron Donald.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I saw it. But I don't know. This team's looking good, and he's been an absolute wrecking ball the entire game.
Yeah, he looks
like awesome. Every time he's on the field, he's just like disrupting.
He is the player that I'm most excited for, offense or defense.
Oh, really?
Well, because the quarterback controversy is definitely entertaining.
Yeah,
but I think the way this team is going to go is how good their defense is going to be.
I think that's part of it. I think Jonnu Smith is going to be, and I'm not quite sure. A nice way to put this, so I'm going to say I think Jonnu Smith is going to be used in a similar way that our old friend Aaron Hernandez was used back in the heyday of those two tight ends. And I think going back to the tight ends, Devin Asiasi. Is it Devin? I think it's Devin.
No hopes for him.
I do. Okay, I think he showed a little bit of a flash at the end of last season. And I think because of how much, wear and tear these tight ends go through, I think he's going to be that integral second tight end guy in some spots.
Give me how many touchdowns or catches?
It doesn't matter. His contributions aren't going to be on the stat sheet like that. He's going to be more of.
You got it.
Yeah. So, yeah. What else do you want? I can give you hot takes all day, Steve. Literally all day.
You can just keep firing them away.
Dude. I used to work in a marketing agency. This comes naturally to me.
Oh, yes, you're right.
I can talk up anything.
Who wins the Super Bowl and how much do the Patriots win it by?
More than they've ever won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. So what's the biggest? Was it 10 points against the last one they won?
Yeah, the
13-3. Yeah. So I'll say 14.
2 touchdowns, Super Bowl winners.
Yeah. Yeah. Calling it now. And even it doesn't matter who's against. I think they'll hold the opposing offense to their lowest output of the season too in the Super Bowl.
Oh, why not a shutout, Andy? Come on.
Because shutouts are hard to do in this NFL. That's why.
What about Steph Gilmore? What do you think's gonna happen with him?
He'll get signed. It's a matter of time. You kind of have to.
How long is his deal?
2 or 3 years probably, with a bunch of guaranteed money.
How many punt return touchdowns does Gunner have, Andy?
3. Now he will have at least one. He will definitely have a punt return touchdown.
Who leads the Pats in receiving?
Good question. I would say probably Jacoby Myers is the easy answer. That's not much of a hot take, is it? So I'm going to say Jonnu Smith.
You just putting hot takes for the intent of them being hot. You don't even believe that one.
Right.
It's going to be him. I know it's going to be him.
Yeah, it's got to be Jacoby Myers. Like that's just what it is.
How many wide receivers are keeping on your roster then, Andy?
Give me some names.
Well, Jacoby Myers.
Right. N'Keal Harry.
Uh-huh.
Nelson Aguilar. Yeah. Right.
Kendrick Bourne.
And isn't there some other guy like some Williams or something? Williamson?
Something Wilkerson.
Yeah.
Gunner.
Matthew
Slater.
I don't count him as a wide receiver. He's never played as that.
Sure. Special teams guy.
Yeah, so he'll be a special teams guy. You could probably put Gunner in that same spot. You probably won't see much of him on the field as a wide receiver. At least not yet.
Okay, so you're keeping all of them?
I think one of those guys will go.
Which one?
Probably Wilkerson, I would think.
So you're keeping Nikhil?
I think so. Unless he gets traded. That's the only way he leaves.
So you got 4 there?
I think I had 4, yeah.
Let's talk on your special teams guys. How many special teams only guys are you keeping?
At least 3.
Well, you got to keep Slater.
Right, Slater.
Sign Bethel.
Is he? I suppose he is just a special team guy, yeah.
Yep. He's a cornerback, I think.
Right, yeah. But he probably not going to see the field. Oh, Bolden too.
Yeah, big old hard on for Bolden. You got Gunner.
You got Gunner.
Kicker, punter, long snapper. We're up to 7 here.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. Kicker, puncher, long snapper, yeah. All right, it's about right.
7.
Yeah, call it 7.
Who's kicker you think they're going to keep?
The rookie,
the young kid with the big leg.
Yeah, I think so.
Trust him though?
No. But whatever.
He's going to go use like the shiny toy.
The thing, I trust him enough, I think is where it goes.
I feel like kickers a big role. Kickers can decide games.
That's what I mean. So I trust him enough. I don't think Nick Folk is a big enough asset that
you let the potential of the big leg go.
Right. So Greg has been joining for about like 10 minutes now behind the scenes here. And now he's joining twice and it's not working. So we are in mid-season form here on the podcast.
No, we're in preseason form, Andy. Jesus.
This is mid-season form for us. Greg not being able to get on the goddamn Zoom call.
I just click the link and it works.
Every time. Yeah, I've never had a problem. It just happens.
What 58 of these that we're doing?
We're actually up to 70 something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right. So it's been a lot. All right. So how did I do on offense? How many guys do I have? Offense, special teams. How many defenders?
Dude, math is not my thing.
I was putting this in a spreadsheet and just fucking doing a count.
I'll just tell you the numbers. You add them up.
Oh my God. I'm going to open the calculator so we can get this right.
4 is 11 plus 4 is 15 plus 5 is 20, 22.
Listen to you not being good at math. So 22, I'm actually a little under. But we don't have offensive line though.
Yeah, I was about to tell you that.
Pencil in like probably 6 or 7 of those, I would think, because you can't just have the 5. You need at least 5.
Shit, you can't have the 5. Generally, you have a backup tackle and a backup inside guy, and more like another
and an extra center. So you have those.
So what do you want?
Those 3,
7 or 8, Andy?
7.
It's 29.
All right, call it 8. Give it to me. Whatever. How many defenders can you possibly need on this team? They're all rock stars.
Oh wow! So confident.
This team is full of studs, dude. Name me one spot where it's like some no-name dude.
Spot with a no-name dude. Whoever is the corner opposite J.C. Jackson if we don't re-sign Steph.
Yeah, but I've already said we're re-signing Steph.
That's why we need to re-sign him, because who the hell is going to play the opposite side?
Jawan Williams.
He sucks.
No. He
has shown nothing.
He's tall. He's rangy.
Oh, cool, Andy. Fuck out of here. What play? He got an interception last game, but that was because of Ronnie Perkins being right in the guy's face.
Yep.
Who also looks legit. This is the best. The season is when everybody looks good and nobody looks bad.
Well, some people look bad, but it's usually not Patriots, because I think the deal with getting like super excited about Patriots preseason games is that good.
Dude, I'm having a meltdown right now, dude.
Greg's here, everybody.
A technological meltdown at my house.
I know. We saw you try to join for about 15 minutes now, 3 separate times.
Not responding, and then it just shits the bed on your computer. Not only that, Neither my Spectrum cable box nor the NFL Network app is working. So I can't even watch the game while my Zoom shits the bed. Dude, nothing works. Nothing.
Steve, how's your connection going?
It's pretty solid. I'm right next to the routers, right over here. So get a nice stream. Oh, my computer keeps going to sleep though. So keep letting it, play.
Yeah. Well, I am having no issues. So.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Andy.
Andy's having issues, but his issues are his erection is really raging right now because he's being the biggest homer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's legit annoying, Greg.
What's the score?
7-0.
7-0 good, guys.
We looking good?
Yeah, on both sides of the ball, of course. But I was actually just trying to get into this before you rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think I have a hard time getting super excited about Patriots preseason because their philosophy for making it's 14-0 now, 13-0. Their philosophy for building a team is less like high end guys and more spending the money on the mid range. So the Patriots second team is always going to be better than any other team's second team generally. I mean, not always, but as kind of a general rule, you're going to have that. So you can watch the first play the first and get some kind of idea of what's going on. But in terms of once the second team comes on, I feel like the Patriots are going to have a slightly higher class of player.
Andy. Shut up.
And this kicker has now missed 2 kicks.
Shut up.
The guy said he was locked to make the roster.
We're so good.
No, I'm saying you can't.
Everybody else, you can't even tell.
It's not so good. It's just a different
shit on everybody.
It's a different philosophy of building a football team.
But it's fun to watch those guys. You never get to see them because they don't even play.
It's great,
especially this year. All the new guys.
Oh yeah.
All the draft picks.
Yeah, but there's always one guy who shines brightly. The Danny Etlings of the team. They're like, oh, he ran for an 88-yard touchdown again as a quarterback against the Giants. He's a lock to make this team. He's going to be the next Tom Brady. And guess what? He wasn't, Steve. Wasn't there a tight end a few years ago, too, that it was like, oh, he's the next Gronk, and he didn't even make the goddamn team?
No one said that, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you think Jacoby Myers, that sick-ass touchdown he just had,
yeah, dope.
The dude coming to clean him off his cleats on the 5-yard line.
Dope.
That's not real.
Also, I'll have you notice that was a great downfield throw by none other than Cam Newton.
It was not a great downfield throw. He threw it just a little bit to the left. It was a great throw. Don't get me wrong. He had
downfield throw.
Wide open. I would not call that downfield. That throw traveled 10 yards in the air.
That's downfield, you fucking idiot.
All right, Greg, you let me know when you're ready for some of Andy's hot takes that I've been gathering here.
Yeah, let me hear him.
We're keeping Sony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hunter Henry plays all 16 games.
Yep.
We're keeping Nikhil as well. Pats go 3-1 to start, 12-5 on the season.
Yep.
Mac Jones doesn't see the field.
Oh. No, I said he didn't start a game. He might see cleanup,
Cleanup,
yeah.
Might see.
He'll take some knees.
Okay.
When the Pats are stomping the fucking Dolphins at the end of the year,
And then Matt Judon is Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, that one was just for hot take's sake. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hot take right there.
That's the rest of them I agree the most with.
The rest of them are mediocre takes. They're lukewarm, I think. But I think this team's going to be a solid team. I think Cam Newton's going to surprise a lot of people. I think and the point I made at the beginning of this before you were here, Greg, was that the top 3 quarterbacks in the league right now all started 0 or 1 game in their rookie season. Brady didn't start any. Aaron Rodgers didn't start for 3 years. And Pat Mahomes started 1 game. And I think it's because all 3 of those teams had the luxury of having a starting quarterback to be able to bench their guy. And I think the Patriots have that too. And not throwing Mac Jones to the Wolves week 1, I think.
Yeah, but that doesn't support that they'll be good this year, right? I mean, those teams are bad until the star quarterback got in.
That's true.
No.
I fully.
Maybe not the
If Cam
Packers.
starts every game, this is like a 10-win team at max.
Maybe. I think, and the other thing that I was saying is that I think this offense is built more for a Mac Jones style quarterback than a Cam Newton style quarterback, because it's historically been built around a Tom Brady style quarterback, which is what Cam.
But Andy also
Mac
thinks
Jones
we're going to
is.
win the Super Bowl with Cam Newton. He put that down there too. And we're going to win the Super Bowl by 14 points, which is more than Tom Brady ever won it by.
Right.
I would venture to guess there's 0% chance that happens.
Andy's just been spitting off they're not even hot takes, they're homer takes.
Homer takes.
Obviously.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's why you have me here.
He also wants to build a website that only has homer take content on it.
Once you know I have. I've already done it.
Yeah.
The Pats.win. Just don't go to Patriots.win, because that's a whole different echo chamber, if you will,
Of what?
of Trump supporters.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's where all the Trump supporters who got kicked off of Reddit
Oh, that
went.
makes sense. Yeah,
And they started their own
Patriots,
brand new Reddit. Yeah,
USA Patriots, not New England Patriots.
yeah, different kind of Patriots. Some would argue.
You should just make it Belichick.win.
Oh, I should. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves.
You're going to change it now.
Talk amongst yourselves. I just got to make sure I buy that before somebody else does.
Oh, yes.
it's Spectrum. I hate Spectrum.
Do you have choices of anything else?
Yeah, right.
Oh, do we have choices? No, right?
I doubt it.
Doubt it.
Oh, look at this.
What's
NFL Network on my computer now. Fumble. Looks like there was a problem with the video. I am 0 for 4.
that?
Steal it off the internet, Greg. That's what I've been doing.
No, the
Right.
internet's fine.
Yeah, so don't even go to NFL Network. NFL can, of course, they can't get their shit to work right.
Send him a link, Steve. Text it to him. I actually probably have to fucking carrier pigeon it to him right now, but
Yeah, let's put it in this chat.
Can I use your computer?
except you can't use the chat because he's on fucking iPhone.
Yeah. I can't even log into Zoom.
Uh-oh. And now he's frozen.
Yeah, fucked him up.
Oh boy. All right. So this is an absolute shit show, which is perfect. Kind of like this Philadelphia offense. I'm a little surprised they're starting your golden boy.
Well, I mean, Jalen Hurts must be sitting this one out.
Maybe. I guess they know what they have in him. Still, he's a young guy who only got the job at the end of last year. Right? So you would think you want to get him as much live reps against a real defense as possible, no?
I probably just think he's going to get hurt.
Maybe.
You're right, though. That's loser mentality.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is not good enough to be skipping preseason reps.
No, nobody is. Except Tom Brady, who will refuse to skip fucking preseason reps because he's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
you know who was going to be a beast this year, too?
Who's that?
Kyle Duggar.
Yeah. You heard, I think it was him that last year, one of the reporters during training camp asked him, like, so how would you grade your season last season? He said C+. Like, geez, you were the only bright spot on that defense. C+.
That's right. He really was.
Yeah. No, this defense, I think, is going to be like just. I don't think there's as many big name signings that you'd see on here as you would. Oh Jesus, somebody's down. As you would, like on the offense, like the big splash they made on offense. You know, with their first round pick and the two tight ends and all that. And Cam Newton, obviously. But this defense, like bringing back Kyle Van Noy, I think is a huge deal. I think bringing back Dante Hightower, another huge deal.
But they're like known quantities at this point, you know? So I'm less excited for them because I'm just assuming they're going to be as good as they were.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying, though.
Whereas, you know, Duggar, who knows what he can be?
Well, I mean, we saw what he could do last year, just kind of all by himself, right?
Judon's going to be a beast.
Judon has already shown what he's going to be, and it's early.
Oh, super excited for him.
Yeah.
And then up front, I really want to see Christian Barmore, which I don't even think he's played in the preseason yet.
Yeah, I don't know if he's playing this because we've got this game on mute in the background. I thought I saw a shot of him warming up beforehand, so my guess is he may have been out there, but I don't know. We'll probably have to.
It's always tough to tell with the fat boys.
Right, yeah. Because that's the thing. I still don't completely recognize the number because half the guys have changed their number and half of them are just new because there's so many new people on this team, even from last year.
I like the single-digit linebacker numbers too. Very confusing.
I haven't gotten ready for it yet. I haven't been able to get.
Well, you haven't been watching college, which is where it's like that.
Right. Yeah. I'm not a big college guy, so.
Yeah, I know. You went and you failed that after a semester, Andy. We remember.
Yeah. But then I did it again, and I eventually, 7-year plan, got through it. No big deal. But who is this? Who's this joining us?
No, his audio's not working.
So close. I was so excited.
You got the headphones on, the microphone.
Yeah, right. We can see him. He's starting to.
Oh, he can definitely hear us because he's flipping us the bird.
Yeah. We just can't hear him. The best of both worlds. It's still nothing. Oh, man.
Oh, he's so frustrated.
Yeah.
When Greg gets all frustrated too, he acts like such a little bitch. There's no cheering him up. He's just no, he's stupid.
I like that he's persevering. It's very do your job, very Patriot-esque of him. In the meantime, while he's figuring that out, I will announce that I have purchased Belichick.win.
Oh, good.
So that will be redirected to the Pats.win.
So the Pats.win or just Belichick.win.
Yeah. Either one will work.
And the site is just, are you curating Homer content or are you creating all of your Homerism content?
I think I'm going to create my Homerism. It's a brand that I think can't really be curated. You know what I mean? Nobody else can give you the Homerism that I will. The fair and balanced Homerism that you'll get from Andy Brown.
And this Homerism, how much can I expect?
It will be sporadic, I think. It will probably be more reactionary than anything, is going to be my guess.
So just pure Homerism, not even
I think I'm going to start, at least before the season starts, just writing up about my favorite players. So there's one post so far on there, and it's all about Julian Edelman and how great he was in his first ever playoff game, which was the blowout against the Ravens. The blowout against the Ravens.
They lost when they lost the Ravens?
Badly in 2011 when Ray Rice ran for 80 yards first play of the game.
Yeah, I remember that game. That game was tough.
Yeah. You know who the only bright spot in that game was? Julian Edelman. Fucking killing it. Scored 2 touchdowns.
So you went deep into a game where we got the shit kicked out of us. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. And put a positive spin on it.
Yeah.
Right?
That is some Homerism.
Like I said, it's a type of Homerism that I don't think can be outsourced.
See, that's the Homerism I can get behind. Your other Homerism, that's just stupid. I don't know if I can get behind that.
Which Homerism is that?
The rest.
Which is predictions?
All of it.
Well, predictions are fine, though.
Well, your Patriots win the Super Bowl by 14 points.
All right. Well, give me some fair and balanced bullshit then, Steve. You're good at dishing it out, but you haven't actually given any takes of your own that we can judge you on.
That's not what this episode's about, Andy.
Hard disagree. Greg?
This is about you.
Thoughts? Wait, I think I may have heard you. Oh, hang on. So he's joining as Kelly Brown now, his wife. This is amazing. I think we should.
And,
I think we should.
That's the podcast. Thanks for joining, everybody.
You gotta wait till he's connected. But I feel like we should just start a podcast where we have technically illiterate people try to join the podcast and just see how long it takes. And then when they finally get
one too, Greg.
I think we might be able to hear you, Greg. Yes, we can hear you. 8th tries a charm. Nice of you to join us. You sound great.
Number 2.
You sound amazing.
No
Well, that's it.
microphone.
Thanks for joining.
Is my audio terrible?
Are you just talking to the computer mic?
Yeah. My
It's not
microphone.
as bad as I thought it would be.
No, I mean,
Yeah. I'm getting tech support from Kelly right now.
Bullshit.
Also, she's cooking dinner.
that's
Has Mac Jones played any yet?
no, he has
No.
not.
Oh, good.
You have
So I
not
didn't
missed
miss
the
anything.
Mac.
I mean, you've missed your week 1 starting quarterback showing why he should be. But other
Yeah,
than
we-
that,
I mean, we know we're getting with Cam, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
More interested in Mac.
that's true. But I mean, like I was saying before, how much can you really tell with Mac Jones playing against the number 2 Eagles defense, right?
Yeah.
I
Joe
mean, it's-
Flacco.
Yeah, has been playing this whole game.
Still
Haven't-
kicking around, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly.
Do you think they have a quarterback controversy in Philly?
Like they say, if you've got 2 quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks.
Joe Flacco's elite.
Was he?
You didn't know that, Andy?
Is he though?
You didn't know that?
Wait. Hold on. I think I'm asking the wrong questions. Is elite at what?
This is who I forget whose quote this was. And then it's been thrown back in his face. It wasn't even Joe Flacco's quote. It was one of his teammates, and it's been thrown back in his face for years.
Who was it?
Mhm.
I don't remember who. I thought it was like a fucking Cliff. What's his face?
Whatever.
Kellerman. Yeah. Who? I don't know if you
Cliff
saw the
Keller?
news. I call him Cliff Kellerman. I actually don't remember his first name. That's why I call
Yes.
him. Oh, that's right. Yeah. But did you hear that he has been released from First Take? So his career actually lasted not as long as Tom Brady's.
Yeah, I saw that.
The guy calling for Tom Brady to fall off the cliff never did, and
Oh,
then fell off the cliff himself. Oh,
Tugger nearly had an interception in the end zone.
he sure did. Hell yeah.
Ooh, I'm ahead of you guys now. This is going to make for great radio.
I had to back my video up to keep up with Steve's illegal stream.
Yep.
He's got the ghetto shit.
I got the spectrum going now.
Yeah, my
You're
shit
all
works.
fucked.
And now, just because this is an audio medium and nobody can see you, Greg, but you have the computer on your lap and there's a light directly behind you. So it's just a silhouette of you.
Which is
Sounds a
sad
little
because I
spooky.
know how grumpy your face looks right now. I just
I'm
can't
not
see how
grumpy.
grumpy your face looks.
No,
I'm not grumpy.
he sounds pretty calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was grumpy for a second there.
You were, yeah.
But he did a little bit of meditation. You can see it, the deep breathing, and he's back.
I was sad. I was disappointed, not mad.
We were disappointed too to not be able to chat with our brother. I was. I'm not going to put any words in
Yeah,
Steve's mouth.
don't want me in with that.
I think it's great to have you both here. It's been a while since the three of us have chatted Patriots.
We
So,
got-
Greg, give me some predictions.
Yeah, some hot takes.
I want to know how you think this season's going to go.
We can follow Andy's as well.
All right. My hot take.
Yep.
Jacoby Myers leads the team in receptions and yards.
We actually talked about that. We didn't think that was a very hot take. Andy even agreed to that one. And then he's like, "Oh, actually, I got a hot take out there, Johnu."
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the hot take would be somebody else being the leader.
I don't know.
But how about this? Take it a step further. Jacoby Myers, top 5 wide receiver in the NFL.
I thought you were going to say
That's
offensive
ridiculous.
player of the year.
No, not offensive player of the year. That's Cam
Yeah,
Newton.
you said Judon for defensive.
And you agree with me, you fucking idiot.
I didn't agree with you. I just said that was the least of your hot takes because you had some fire.
Not. That's the
Okay,
most of my
are we-
hot takes.
Are we keeping Sony Michel? Is he making the opening day roster?
And or N'Keal Harry.
I've heard Harry's playing well. And I think they need a receiver more than they need a running back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some sick running backs.
Yeah, we went through the list and we went through the list. I'm like, oh, they're going to keep everybody. And then Steve's like, what about JJ Taylor? And then
They got the ball inside the 9 yard and they gave it to Harris twice and he scored a sweet touchdown. Would be
Yeah,
good.
that's how they started the game.
He looks promising.
Yeah. How,
So, Sony, yay, nay.
I say yay. They seem to like him
they do.
for some reason.
I get it. He's good when he's on the field. He just doesn't stay on the field a lot.
They
That
didn't
first,
pick up his option though, right?
All right,
They
what
did
about
not.
Nikhil?
Yeah, I think Nikhil has a better chance of making it than Sony.
Okay.
Does Hunter Henry play the entire season without getting injured?
Probably not. I mean,
Andy thinks so.
Can you look that up?
Stat check.
Andy thinks that he has the same injury history as, who is it, Amendola.
No, I said his injury
not
history
actually-
is
he's not actually injured a
overblown
lot.
like Amendola's was when he came here.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Injury history is exaggerated by the media. It's a conspiracy.
You can
find
read
out
all
more
about
on-
it.
You can find out more on Belichick.win.
Exactly. Exactly what I was going to say. Thanks, Steve. Way to plug it, baby. Did you hear about this, Greg? Did you catch the part where I'm building a Pat's positive website to counterbalance all the negativity? No, that's just a historical tracking website.
Oh, so this is going to be like hot takes and like opinions and stuff.
Yeah, it's just going to be a more positive spin on the news of the day.
But only positive.
Oh boy, wait till you see this play, fellas. You guys better unzip.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It was an incompletion over the middle.
It was
No,
almost a pick.
just you wait.
Oh
Should
boy.
have thrown an interception there.
That was just a good defensive play. It was the right. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was a diving deflection. Yeah. It was a good defensive play.
They had
Sticking with it.
hands.
As a member of Patriots.win. No, sorry. The Pats.win. Wrong website. As a media member, I'm going to say, oh, okay.
You talking the Mac Jones and Nikhil Harry play, Greg?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Is that what you want to see a lot of
Harry.
this year?
Oh yeah.
I want to see it all. Nikhil Harry.
I would like to see Harry do well though.
I do
Me
too.
too.
Just
I think
how
he's got a
much
bit of a-
shit he gets from people.
Yeah.
I'm talking to that guy from Arizona that said he was awesome and loved him.
Yeah, that's right. The Cardinals fan.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
2000, that episode was what, 2004, week 3 or something?
Yeah, maybe, 2 or 3. Yeah, it was early. Yeah, if you want to hear more about Arizona fans, go back and listen to the Cardinals episode of this season a few episodes ago. So,
Well, Mac Jones, a little scrambling.
oh boy.
All right, hot take. J.C. Jackson, All Pro.
Really? See, I disagree. And
Stephon Jackson, Greg?
This was one of our things. How long do you think it is Steph on the team? And if so, for how many years is his contract?
I'd say he's thinking deeply, but he's just eating. Because
Are you talking to me?
Fucking
Yeah.
Kelly just said, "What are you, Barstool now?" I was like, "Come on,
What?
Kelly,"
How we barstool?
because we're making hot takes.
Yeah.
Has she
Hot
never
fire
listened to
flames.
literally any Patriots podcast? That's all they are now.
I think she associates it with part of my take. Is that correct, Kelly? We just listened to a lot of that on our
Wait,
road
were you
trip.
taking creative feedback from Kelly? Okay. Just making sure that we're clear on what's happening here.
Kelly's
There's-
our target demo.
Can you let her know that part of my take doesn't eat while they record?
Mm.
So we've got that on them.
Yeah, and they have better technology.
Far less professional.
Much less
Pardon
professional.
Part of my take.
We take amateur podcasts to heart.
And a busy
So.
day, fellas. Going to the Outer Banks this weekend.
Okay. That's great. I'm sure our listeners are thrilled to hear it.
Yeah, if anybody ever visits North Carolina, the Outer Banks, it's a spot to be. In the television show, have you seen it, Andy?
No, I've heard of it though. Is it like
Yeah.
one of those like a reality TV show, right?
No,
Kinda-
it's scripted, but it's like
It's like the OC,
yes, it's like
Yes.
a current version of like
like a scripted reality show,
well,
like
it's
the
not reality
Kardashians,
at
that
all.
sort of thing.
No,
Oh, okay.
it's completely scripted, but it's like a bunch of like 60. Well, they're supposed to be 16, like
Yeah.
horned up, banging each other with like a veiled like story about drama. In it.
Okay. Yeah.
And the actors are actually like 25.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing high school kids. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like One Tree Hill back in the day.
Yes, One Tree Hill. That's the thing I was looking for.
That's what I've actually been rewatching that lately.
Have you?
Yeah. It's a show that like my wife and I, she was watching it when we first started dating. So we watched it together for a bit. And actually that song, I forgot to mention on the last episode, the intro song to that was the intro song to the previous game last week. In the game that the Patriots won their 19th game in a row in 2004.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably around the same time frame as
it was. That show started in 2003, which is why. And so 2004 was their heyday.
Who was your favorite character, Andy?
I gotta say, Brooke is definitely my favorite character.
Is he the bad boy?
She.
Oh,
she's the rich girl. Yeah, okay. She's fucking hysterical.
I just remember the bad boy came to town, right?
Yeah. And then it turned out he was the brother of the badass basketball player, like the guy who's supposed to be going. Yeah, whose dad was a huge dickhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great show.
That you see that
highly recommend it.
Andre Stevenson, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He is LeGarrette Blount. He doesn't get the LeGarrette Blount hair.
Speaking of football,
he's got the same hair. Same build.
Yeah. Same running style.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Ramondre Stevenson. Hard to say. But I think
I see them not keeping Sony because they got him as the backup.
There's just so many. There's 7 running backs on this team right now. But maybe.
All right, Greg. Other questions for you.
Oh, well, he didn't answer the Stephon Gilmore.
What about him?
Does he stay
play on this year? And if so, how long? How many years is his contract?
I think he stays one more year here.
Just one. So you think they only give him a 1-year contract?
Yeah.
You don't think it'll be like a 2 or 3 year, but trade him after the season?
I'm not going to sign up for that take, but I will sign up for that. I think he's got 1 more year here.
Right.
He wants more money than the Pats are willing to pay him, but
that's probably
as far as like
a
gap year, I think he's going to have a tougher time getting out of town than just being like, all right, I'll play 1 more year here, and then I'm getting real money.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I think
similar to Revis, where we're like, all right,
that's kind of what I was trying to get at with the 2-year deal, where it's like a second year that's like ridiculous that they never intend on actually paying and just get rid of him. Like it's just a 1-year rental sort of deal.
Yeah. And he's been great for what we expected from him, right? I think he's kind of served his duty.
Absolutely.
So I just don't know if I believe in JC as the heir apparent.
Dude, what do you get? Number 46 on the top 100?
I just like last year when he was pressing the number 1 duty, he did not play that great. I felt
his peers disagree, Steve.
He gets a lot of interceptions. That's why his stats are sweet.
Yeah, but they're the NFL players, you know. Like,
I could they've played against them.
The media just being like, okay, yeah, you know. But you expect the NFL players to have
my opinions nuance. Are my own. Okay, Greg. I don't get influenced by the media. I'm not a goddamn sheep. I listen to Belichick.
I know. I'm saying that
I listen to Belichick by the players.
Hey, I am the media.
Those lists aren't actually voted by the players. That's a conspiracy.
We can do conspiracy.
Roger Goodell traffics in children.
I think we'll do a conspiracy section. I feel like that bodes well.
It better be a lot of slander against Goodell.
I mean, I think that's what the conspiracy section of the website
and the NFL
will be.
Itself, you know, the NFL as an organization.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, here's one. I'll write this up for when this comes out. But I think conspiracy theory number 1, the NFL conspired to keep the Patriots out of the playoffs by forcing them to go to Kansas City when they shouldn't have last season. And that ruined their entire season because they didn't want Belichick to succeed. They wanted the NFC to succeed this year.
You can ask the Pats guy to join you. Remember, you had all those instances of them changing the rules to hurt the Patriots.
Yeah, right. Yeah, shit writes itself. I mean, I'll flesh that one out a little bit, but yeah.
Just to give some background here, we got a text midweek this week that Andy said he's back in on football because he stopped watching last year because of the Kansas City debacle. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I said the
I
same
didn't even
thing.
know what he was talking about.
You mean Brian Hoyer's brain farts?
No,
Yeah.
I talked
That's
about
what
this.
I thought he meant because Hoyer had a couple of dumb plays in that game.
I talked about this like when it happened on this podcast about how I was giving up on the season and giving them a free pass, and I wasn't going to be continuing to watch it because the NFL had given up on the idea of competitive balance
That's
by forcing them to play that game and then forcing them to play the game after that against Denver when they hadn't practiced at all for 2 weeks. And so going into a game completely cold, having not practiced, because Belichick decided to put the health of his players over the health of the NFL's paycheck.
Read more on Belichick.win.
Yeah. Or it was just COVID and they wanted to make money and not cancel games. You ever think about that?
That's what I'm saying. So they put the health of their paycheck over the health of the players.
It's just a coincidence that it was the Patriots that got you all.
Are you gonna have a whole section dedicated to Ted Wells too, Andy? You're gonna dig into his background.
I wonder how much it would cost to hire a private investigator.
Ooh,
On
I
Ted
hate
Wells,
my job. I'll do it for free.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm an investigator.
Are you?
That's true.
It's literally in my title.
Really?
Mhm.
Seriously?
Ball hair investigator.
Then what?
Team lead complaint investigation lab.
Oh, you investigate complaints.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had to investigate us? I feel like there should be a lot of complaints.
Yeah, you complain a lot, so
And you don't ever fucking investigate it. What kind of brother are you?
yeah, I suck at my job. What do you want me to do?
Fair enough. I can't argue with that.
Greg.
Oh man.
All right, Greg, give me the Patriots record first 4 games.
Can you list who they're playing?
Home against Miami,
Okay.
at the Jets, home against the Saints, home against the Buccaneers.
The
2-2. Loss, win, loss.
Loss, win.
You think we lose to Miami to start?
At home?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I think at home they win.
They're a good team.
That's true. But I mean,
although Tua, I think could, like, if we were going to talk cliffs here,
boy's a wild card.
He could go either way, but my gut kind of tells me he's going to be a bust.
Really?
Yeah, I'm with Greg on this one.
You can kind of tell with quarterbacks, like early on, whether they kind of have that it factor where, like, even if they're losing or playing poorly, there's some throws where you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I see. For him, I was like, nothing ever jumped off. He was like a game manager and really wasn't even.
I think they also kind of fucked it up when Fitzmagic was playing pretty well and they pulled him for Tua.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Because he's come out and said that. He thought that was crazy.
Right. And do you think that ruined his confidence?
I don't know. But either way, I don't know what's crazier, going with Tua or going with Ryan Fitzpatrick as a starting quarterback here in 2021.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's great.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah. I think he gives you a chance to win any game. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick, higher ceiling, much lower floor.
So would you rather have Fitzpatrick than Tua?
Depends on how your feeling is on risk aversion. If you're risk averse, you take Tua because he has a higher floor, but maybe a lower ceiling. I don't think you see a 4, 5, 6 interception game from Tua. Fitzpatrick, that could be any game. He could also throw that many touchdowns, but you never know which guy you're going to get week to week, which is fine.
Well, you know which chest hair you're going to get, and that's going to be glorious.
Oh yeah, same with the beard.
There's going to be a lot of interesting quarterbacks this year.
You think?
Yeah, I mean,
I think there's a bunch of young guys.
Right? Sam Darnold's.
Well, think about the Saints. That week 3 opponent.
Saints have a crazy quarterback situation.
Yeah, who's going to start on that Saints team? Is it going to be?
They know yet.
Is it going to be? It has to be Jameis, right?
I think
No,
so.
Hill.
You really think it's going to be Taysom Hill?
There's a chance.
Can he even throw the ball?
Ish.
I feel like he's a Cam Newton without an MVP.
They
I
love
feel-
him though.
They do, but I feel like he can throw the ball in spurts, but I don't think he's going to beat you as a starting quarterback. I think he's
But yet you think that Cam Newton is going to take the Patriots to the Super Bowl and they're going to win by 14.
Yeah, I think Cam Newton's a better thrower of the football.
Those are good
But
points.
not based on what happened last year, though. Andy's already discounted that whole year with a bunch of excuses earlier.
Yeah.
They're not excuses. They're reasons. Call it what you want. Touchdown Patriots. Fuck you, Steven.
Yeah, Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
right.
He's the new LeGarrette Blount.
Hey, guess what? It wasn't a passing touchdown, so it doesn't count, I guess.
So our
You're the one
kicker
saying
already missed
preseason doesn't
too.
count, Andy, because we're so much better than their backups. That
We are. And they're proving it now by fucking running up the score on this Philadelphia Eagles team.
Well, maybe they're just awesome. That was a sweet block by Jakob Johnson there.
Right.
Yeah. The two, you've probably heard this before, but the both teams that went winless for a whole season both went 4-0 in preseason.
Yeah, that's true.
That's an awesome stat.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That
Both
just
of them.
proves how bogus preseason football.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And in the last preseason game, people were talking about why Belichick didn't challenge. Jacoby Myers had a chance at a catch, and they ruled it incomplete, even though it was obviously a catch. Like, why did you challenge it? And Bill Belichick's answer was because I didn't want to. Like, that was it.
Fuck out of here. That's like it's pissed when they're calling timeouts at the end of
Yeah,
the game.
exactly. It was literally because you wanted to see his brand new quarterback attempt a third down pass. Is all it was after what he thought should have been a completion. You know, like how does he handle that? That's all Bill Belichick used. This is just extended practice for Bill Belichick, just at full speed against a different team, different game situations.
Watching the Hard Knocks.
I have not. I don't have. It's on HBO, right?
It is.
Yeah, I don't have HBO. So
Which team is it?
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've
Cowboys.
not been watching it.
Have you watched it, Greg?
I watch it every year.
How is it?
I mean, it's not as entertaining as some of the previous years. Like the Rex Ryan year was
Oh yeah.
just so entertaining. But I just love the show, the premise. Even like bad years, I love it.
I've never watched it.
Really?
I don't have HBO.
Oh, dude. It's so good. Because it's just like, I don't know, it puts players in like,
I should just steal your login.
As
You've done that to
people-
me for fucking a decade.
dude, Zeke Elliott is adorable.
Is he?
Oh, there's one scene where he's like trying to wrap a present for Dak because they have similar birthdays.
Oh god.
And like he's like never wrapped a present before.
Oh boy.
And he's like watching a YouTube video and he's like giggling to himself. And he just seems like such a nice guy.
Oh
So
my
it's things
God.
like that. You know, like I always kind of thought Zeke was like, whatever. But
Yeah,
now I'm like, you know what? Zeke seems like a pretty awesome dude.
Didn't want to. I don't know if this is from the show or if this is just like something I saw online, but wasn't there one point where like I don't know if it was a preseason game or like a practice where they had fans at it, but one of the offensive linemen put a Zeke jersey on that was like cut off
Yeah.
like above the belly and like ran out onto the field and everybody was cheering for him, and he was doing like the feed me sign and everything. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's Zeke," and they took the helmet off. It like blatantly was because an offensive lineman, like guts hanging over his jersey,
It's awesome.
over his pants, but he still like had the crop top on. It's fantastic. It's my kind of comedy right there.
Yeah.
Physical comedy.
Hmm.
It's my jam.
Yeah. Wilfork was the best for that. I mean,
Oh
you've
my God,
seen
yeah.
that, right, Steve? The Wilfork
I've seen
from
clips.
Hard Knocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's probably the best Hard Knocks character. Oh, he's top 5 that's ever been on the show. He was just electric from start to finish.
All right,
Isn't
give
there
me a top 5 list, Greg.
Rex Ryan, without
Okay.
a doubt, is on there.
Mhm.
Vince Wilfork.
Yep.
Ooh. You know, Tony Romo.
Really?
This is before his reputation was the same thing where it was like, he's can never win the big game.
Mhm.
But his charisma really came through when they did the Cowboys one. And then obviously now we know who he is.
Right.
And like that makes more sense. But
Oh, interesting.
he was one that I was like, oh wow, this guy's actually like, pretty
Yeah,
charming
yeah.
guy.
Huh.
I think James Harrison might have been on one. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
super scary. That was awesome.
Yeah, he's terrifying.
What has to
Antonio
happen?
Brown last year was ridiculous.
I mean, of course.
Those are the only two I've ever seen. Antonio Brown and Vince Wilfork.
Yeah, those are the clips everybody's seen.
What has
Yeah.
to happen for the Patriots to do Hard Knocks? because they've been able to refuse it forever because they keep making the playoffs or something.
I believe that's part of it. Yeah,
Yeah, I think you have to have like 3 losing seasons in a row or something,
to be eligible. Yeah,
or not make the playoffs. Or there's
something like that.
Yeah, so the Patriots will never do it.
It would be ridiculous if they did, though.
It'd be interesting, right?
What if it was like Belichick's last year and he's like, all right, fuck it.
Here we go. The criteria has 3 simple prerequisites. Number 1, no teams who were in the playoffs in the last 2 seasons. No teams with a first-year head coach. No teams which have been featured on Hard Knocks in the last 10 years.
Seems fair.
I can't imagine that leaves you with a ton of teams.
Yeah, I think there's usually like 6 or something teams that like it could possibly be.
Yeah.
Well, weren't the Patriots eligible for this one?
No, because they've been in the playoffs in the past 2 years. They made the playoffs 2 years ago.
Oh, that past 2 years?
Yeah.
So if they miss the playoffs this year, they'd be eligible for next Hard Knocks.
Yes.
Ooh. So that begs the question.
That's a good hot take. Do they make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Andy's got to go into the Super Bowl. Greg.
Would you rather them miss the playoffs so you can see them on Hard Knocks or not? Would you rather them make the playoffs? Because I would pay
first round bot or a first round exit.
Right. Yeah. Say they make the wild card, losing the wild card.
Yeah.
Or are eligible to go on Hard Knocks and participate.
Because if they're ever eligible,
question.
they're making them do it.
I know.
Yeah, because it would be the highest rated Hard Knock show ever. I would buy HBO to watch that.
It'd probably be awful. I bet Belichick's wicked boring.
I bet he's not.
I bet he is.
No, they did that. They did a whole behind the
funny.
They did
Andy, that's the frustrating part. Andy's such a goddamn homer, and then when it comes to Bill Belichick, he's like, no.
What?
Oh no, sorry, that's Greg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm the one.
Yeah, no, I'm all about because they didn't they do like a behind the scenes in 2009, remember?
Yeah.
And it was, I don't remember what exactly it was for. I don't know if it was like the Patriots that did it or like what the reasoning was, but they did it. And because that was with Belichick, he like sent a whole bunch of guys home because they like, there was a snow day and they couldn't make it in time. And he's like, I just don't think I can reach this team. Because that was the year of 4th and 2 and everything.
Right.
And I think wasn't that the year that they got their doors blown off by Baltimore. Yeah, in the wild card. The one that I did the write-up of Julian Edelman on was that year, his rookie season.
Yeah.
Find out more on Belichick.win. Read this Homer story from the fucking one of the worst playoff losses of the Patriots dynasty.
Yeah. Right.
Bill Belichick actually could be a stand-up comedian if he wanted to be.
I'm not thinking, no, it's just jokes are all football related. They're the same fucking ones every year, apparently.
Oh, dude.
But I don't think he's the fucking grouch everybody thinks he is.
I think he is.
I don't think he is.
Like, imagine. I think he got married, too. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did he?
Sneaky.
Yeah. Sneaky
How
marriage.
about that?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
All right, Greg, I'm dying to know, what week does Mac Jones take his first start? Andy thinks week 1.
No.
When's the bye?
2022.
Yes, 2022. Correct.
Maybe even not then. Maybe do we re-sign Cam, Andy, and just roll him and keep back on the bench?
Yeah,
If you win the Super Bowl, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, right. How are you going to bench the Super Bowl quarterback?
What I'm saying.
Who won by 14 points. What are you going to? You going to sit him? You got to re-sign him, right?
This is what I'm saying.
Trade Mac.
Yeah, and trade him for I don't know, wide receiver.
When's the bye? Do we know?
Oh, good question. I don't know.
Ooh, I think it's late in the year. Aren't you stat check boy, Greg?
Not today, buddy.
Stat checks computer breaks.
Yeah. I'm
useless
not technology. I'm not touching anything.
Oh, Greg. God damn it. Oh, fuck you, Google.
All right, I got a question. Who ends up being the most impactful rookie on the team?
Impactful rookie.
Barrymore.
Are we doing a non-Mac Jones?
No, you can have him in there.
You can put him in there.
I'm going to put Mac Jones in there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he gets a shot this year and plays well. Non-Mac Jones edition. I like Andy's pick of Barmore.
Yeah,
I
Barrymore.
feel like he's
I think
headed for
has a chance to be.
a Foxborough flu year, though. I haven't even seen him yet. Or maybe they know he's so good, they're just keeping him under wraps.
That's an Andy take right there.
I'm rubbing
Fake
off.
injury. Is it just chill?
Steve, would you like a guest spot on Belichick.win?
I'll write the Barmore article. I haven't been high on him for sure.
See, there you go. Yeah.
Well, all I watched of college football last year was the playoffs.
Mm.
And the two best
And he tore it
players
up.
on either side of the ball were Mac Jones and Christian Barmore, and then we picked them 1 and 2. So
That's true. Yeah.
that's cool. So
Score.
he was a one-man wrecking crew in those 2 games.
Oh,
Andy, you must be in the same as me.
I sure am.
Interception.
Yes.
Caught you
Oh,
guys.
no, you're not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's an interception.
I don't know. So I didn't see who defends that pass. But
Greg, you need to like pause it for about like 15 seconds.
It's cable. I can't pause cable.
no, it's Justin Bethel
What-
playing
what
some
kind of-
solid corner, Andy.
Bullshit TV you watching. Justin
Yeah,
Bethel.
it's
How
like
about
live TV? Gotta come down with that.
doesn't have it? Jesus. Greg Brown living in the fucking Stone Age. How about that?
Look,
Bro, you don't even have a fucking DVR.
Right?
I don't know. Do you
Barely has
DVR on
internet.
Your cable?
I don't even have cable anymore.
Yeah.
Remember, I took that away, and that's why you have Spectrum now because you stopped stealing mine.
Yeah, I did use yours for so long.
Uh,
That's the only way I like memorized your address because it was part of your password.
Yeah.
For 1055 Stafford.
oh. I see what you're complaining about.
No,
Yeah. Almost
Well,
at it.
Doesn't look good though.
No.
That looked like it hurt.
Yeah, he's still down right now.
Oh God.
That looks like a wind knocked out of him, though.
I hope so, yeah.
He had him beat.
Yep.
That was a
It was
great
there.
ball.
Gotta catch it.
That was a
Steve, I
great
got
ball.
one of your little camera adapters.
Oh, yeah?
Uh
Which one?
huh. Zenvo, XENVO.
Okay.
They're not my camera adapters.
It was highly rated on Amazon.com.
Oh. Oh, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
You hit that ground hard. All right.
Pretty
So-
suspicious reviews, though. We should start doing that with the podcast. It's just
Suspicious reviews.
yeah.
New hot take. New hot take. Nikhil Harry IR. So he's not allowed to get traded. That looked like it hurt. Oh,
See,
he's
you already
staying
put
up.
your hot take down. I wrote it down and you said no, he does not make it.
He's staying up.
Or he's
I'm allowed to
making-
change my hot takes whenever I want. As editor of the Pats.win, I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
He's going to cut this podcast up and remove your.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm only going to do it at the end of the season. So anything that I say is correct stays, and everything that I say is wrong will get cut. I think that's how we're going to do this.
See, I stand by my hot takes. Josh Allen, he's going to suck again this year. Ryan Tannehill, not a good quarterback.
Damn. Dude, those takes ice cold right now.
Ice cold.
Yeah, right now. They're
All right,
gonna,
let's make
when
some
they
other
when they come
NFL.
back, I'm going to let you know.
All right,
Let's
great.
make some other like non-Patriots predictions here.
All right, yeah. Let's wrap this up on a
Yeah.
high note as this half ends. So,
Who
we should wrap this
regresses
up.
the most in the NFL?
are we talking team or player?
Player or team? I like team too.
How about this? We did a over-under win total for every team with my friends, and we're going to bet all the ones that we agree on. We're going to parlay them
Okay.
together. And it's only like 4 or 5 right now. Do you want to throw your over-unders in there, and we'll see? Costs you $10. We'll all pool it together.
I mean, we're gonna go through all the teams, or just
Yep.
you're gonna fire through them.
That's gonna be boring ass radio, but okay, let's go.
You don't want, like, this has been entertaining.
Nobody's listening to this at this point anyway. So
Yeah, what the fuck?
let's rock it. Give it to me.
Chiefs 12.5.
Over.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, there's
No,
There's
someone does that. Buccaneers 12.
over.
under.
Oh,
I think they have the biggest regression this year.
Really?
I'm sort of with you, Greg.
I can't do that. Tom Brady's not going to lose less than 12 games. Not with that offense.
I mean, is that offense that good?
Yeah.
Ravens
Only 'cause he's
11
there.
wins.
Ravens
Under.
11. Under.
See, everyone's got the under there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Trevor wrote "suck me off," which I'm assuming means under.
Okay. We'll ask him next time we have him on the pod.
Yeah. We should just let's see. Let's actually see what he said
suck
about the
him off
Lions.
next
The
time.
Lions are second to last at 4.5. Trevor says under.
Wow. I think I would more than that. Over. Actually, no, because I got that fucking Hardo as a coach.
Bite your kneecaps off.
Jared
Yeah,
Goff,
under. I chain under. Definitely under.
Dude, their wide receiving core is like hilarious too.
Oh yeah, they don't have anybody, right?
They
have,
got Jared Goff, baby.
They don't have
and
a single
Swift.
player you've heard of.
Yeah, they make the Patriots wide receiving core look all star.
Mhm.
You don't know about Quintez Cephas? Come on, dude.
Bless you.
Ooh, just saw a touchdown
Bills-
from Jacoby.
Bills
Very nice.
11.
Bills.
See, this
yeah.
is my biggest regression. I'm going Bills under.
Bills under. I had that as well, but I was the only one. Everyone else had over, Greg.
I'm giving Josh Allen. I think had the Jared Goff year
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he like all of a sudden had like this huge jump in numbers that doesn't really make sense.
I'm sorry. Are you on Steve Brown's hot take train?
Yes,
Josh
he
Allen,
is.
not a
He's
good
getting on my
quarterback?
train, baby.
I
Choo
kind of
choo.
am.
Let's go.
Oh,
I think
no.
Josh Allen's overrated at this point
Wow. Okay.
I'm with ya.
because you just don't see that happen a lot where like his accuracy numbers went up like 11% last year.
I mean, he got Diggs in. That's really what it was. That was a
But
great
people
move for them.
figure that out, you know?
Yeah.
And he just doesn't strike me as Mr. Accuracy. He's got a cannon, obviously, but I feel like teams can figure him out.
Yeah.
Rams at 10.5.
Over.
Really?
I think
Under.
Matt Stafford lights the world on fire in that offense.
Yeah.
Under. I
Mostly
disagree.
unders. There's one over there.
You
Yeah,
know,
I disagree.
feeling Matt
49ers.
Stafford, Andy?
Not feeling that
All right, this is one we can come back and loop around on then because
All right.
I feel pretty strongly that Stafford is going to be ridiculous.
I think I think Stafford's going to do well. I just think the
Yeah.
Rams have spent a bunch of money on shit that they're paying players who don't even play for them.
Yeah.
Early Goff.
Mm.
They just
I
made a
think they're
bunch
like
of
an injury or two away from that
they're
team just
one-
falling
yeah,
the
they're
fuck
one
apart.
from just falling apart. Yep.
But the offense is stacked, right? I think they got
Ish.
two legit
But again, there are one or two
receivers.
injuries falling apart.
They got a
Yeah.
good. they have
Yeah,
good
look how
running
they
game.
struggled when
Good
Cooper
tight
Cup
end.
got hurt last year.
Yeah, but
All
that's
right.
an injury.
Right.
Niners 10.5 as well.
This one's tricky.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think. I mean, their roster is good enough, but that quarterback is such a question mark.
Yeah, I'll go over just because I want to see him do well.
Greg?
I'll go
agree?
under just to
And
be different than it.
Only because there's an extra game this year. I think it'll be like 11 wins.
See, I thought under. Everybody, that was one of the ones we all agreed on. We all had unders.
Hmm.
And only Andy's got the over.
Yeah, talk to me at the end of the season, boys.
All right, Cleveland Browns 10.5.
Over,
Wow, strong over from Andy.
over.
Oh, over.
Didn't even need to hear the number.
I had over as well, but
Odell
we were split on
Beckham
that
back
one.
in the fold.
Yeah, let's give it a good
Packers
team.
at 10.
Under.
Over.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't
That was
finish the
one of the
season.
ones
How's that for a
that
fucking hot
everybody but
take?
Andy agreed on as well. Nice
Aaron
work.
Rodgers doesn't finish the season. How's that for a hot
Trust me,
take?
I hate Aaron Rodgers as much as anybody on this planet Earth, but at 10 seems ridiculously low.
Right? That
It
seems
does.
a little low.
It does seem a little low. Keep going.
Seahawks 10.
Sneaky under.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a little mix there. I had said over.
Okay.
I think Wilson's he's been talking about wanting to get out of town too, hasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta
Discontent.
let Russ cook.
Best way to do that is to ball out, though.
Discontent.
I know, but they don't let him. He wanted to do that last year. Remember, they're like, let Russ cook.
Yeah.
And then he had that one game where he threw like 5 picks, and then they just didn't throw it for the rest of the year.
Right.
Like
All right.
Uh,
Patriots 9.5.
over.
under.
We all had over, Greg.
Under 9.5.
Yeah.
With the extra game.
Dude, quarterback play.
Doesn't matter.
A
The
broken-
last
a
four teams
broken
that have
veteran.
the last 4 teams that have spent the most money in the offseason on free agents have averaged 5.5 more wins. the next
because They
season.
were probably terrible teams, though.
No, they were like mediocre.
7-9.
One was the Dolphins last year, the Jets the year before, the Bears, and then the Jags. The Jaguars were garbage, then we're mediocre. But the other teams went from mediocre to good. Over. Calling it. Next.
Chargers 9.5.
Chargers 9.5.
Under.
Over just because they got a new coach who's not a fucking idiot.
Andy's
And they have
cutting
the
against the
talent.
green here, big time.
That's fine.
Dolphins also 9.5.
Under.
Dolphins, Chargers, Pats, all the same odds.
Under. I think the
We're
Dolphins
split. I had
regress.
under as well.
Dolphins, what'd you say? 9.5?
9.5.
9.5.
I'm going to go under because I don't trust Tua.
Yep.
That's my thought. Saints 9.
Under.
Yeah, I was under as well.
I think they're
We
going
had-
to be
we had
tough.
one
They have a
dissenter
crazy
here.
cap situation there too.
Yeah, they're
That's-
fucked. Yeah.
Their cap is
Yeah,
crazy.
And they don't have a starting quarterback still. So.
I hope it's Jameis though, so we can get another year of his antics.
And what's his name? Michael, what's his name wants out? The wide receiver.
Thomas, dude.
Thomas, yeah, he wants
Imagine if the Pats scooped Michael Thomas
For
I'll go
cheap.
Over.
out. that
And
would
you're
do
going over, Greg?
it. Yeah. Who's going to throw it to him?
Dude, Michael Thomas could catch passes from me.
Fair.
Still
All
catch
right.
70 balls in a season.
On nothing but slants, yeah.
Titans 9 games.
Over.
Over.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you for
all had the
well
over
coached.
there.
Steve, you even picked the over, even though Tannehill's going to struggle?
Yeah. The rest
You
of the
think-
team will carry him. Colts 9 games as well.
Under.
Under.
Yeah, their quarterback situation.
We
Yeah.
feel good about those two. The Colts under 9 and the
All right.
Titans over 9.
Great.
It's crazy that they have the same odds. I feel like the Colts aren't that good.
No.
Cowboys are at
Easy
9 as
division,
well.
Cowboys at 9? Under. I don't trust the Cowboys ever.
though. Over because their division sucks.
Well, that's fair.
Split. Vikings also at 9.
That feels like a team that's ready to implode, even though they have a lot of talent.
Yeah, I think so too.
Under.
Under.
That's another one we all had the same on. That's a parlay bet right there.
Okay. What else?
Steelers 8.5.
Under. I think they
Confirmed
implode.
Big Ben is playing. You thinking under?
Dude, Big Ben's 39.
Yeah. And falling the fuck apart.
do-
He doesn't last the season either. Under.
Who's the other guy that backs him up? Neil Washington.
Duck Hodges.
Haskins.
Quack, 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 Mr. Hodgins.
Quack, quack, quack.
No, they got Dwayne Haskins there.
Quack,
I
quack,
think
quack,
that's
quack,
actually
quack.
a good fit. I hit the over on that.
Under.
Haskins. Dwayne Haskins.
And they got-
What do you mean,
Najee Harris.
Askins?
Najee Harris is a good fit for that offense.
Yeah, I think so too, but I don't.
Don't you
think
mean Askins?
that gives you maybe one more win?
You get it? Askins?
I get it because he's
Stop it.
Who else?
Cardinals 8.5.
Under.
over.
Over.
I think they win the division
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so too.
I don't get why they're 8.5. I feel like they should be higher too.
because Cliff Kingsbury's an idiot.
The Washington football team.
Under.
Over.
Andy's just, you didn't hear the line yet, Andy. What
Don't
if
need
I
it.
said 4?
Don't eat it. They're going to be a bad team.
We're all
You think
over
so?
on that as well.
I think that defense is going to be the real deal.
you know, you were just saying how much you love Fitzmagic, Andy. You know
I
he's
do.
their quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the number?
8.5. You
8.5?
think you can't win them 9 games with
All
the
right, maybe you
awesome
can.
defensive line?
You've convinced me. Over.
So
Oh,
biased.
but they're all going to be blowouts one way or the other.
Yes.
Their point
Broncos
differential is going to be 0, but they're gonna win or lose every game by at least 2 touchdowns.
Broncos 8.5 as well.
Under.
Under.
They're going to be garbage.
Bears 7.5.
Over.
Over.
I had under. I think the Bears.
Reluctantly.
That one's
No.
a tough. You have no idea how good.
They were a good team except for their quarterback, and even Andy Dalton's an upgrade.
Well,
Yeah.
Dalton's not going to be the
Justin
quarterback.
Fields is going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
Eventually, yeah, but
Andy thinks you can't start a
Either
quarterback
way.
until 3 years after you draft.
no, you can, but they're talking
Jordan
like
Love or
they're gonna-
get the fuck out, according to Andy.
That's right, absolutely, as it should be. Look at the track record.
Get out of here. Carolina Panthers 7.5.
Under.
Over.
Sam Darnold.
and
Sam Darnold
makes
is
the Pro Bowl.
not a chance. Sam Darnold's done.
Darnold makes a Pro Bowl, Greg. Is that what you just
Yeah.
said?
That's a hot take.
It's hotter than my fucking ice cold. Very,
Right? That's a stat.
Josh Allen takes, Greg.
Dude, McCaffrey's going to be healthy. And,
All right, I can't wait to hold this over your head.
I
and
just burned
Robbie
myself.
Anderson, they have a connection from when he was with the Jets. He played
Right.
really well.
We're gonna have to write all these down and do a recap at the end.
Don't
of
we
the
have a
season.
fucking
And they still got DJ Moore. That team is like pretty stacked. And I
Yeah.
think they have a good coach. I think they're going to get better. They were better
Yeah.
last year than the year before. Look out for the Panthers.
You just say that because you live in North Carolina, Greg.
We're gonna have Bobby on. We're gonna see if
You're
he
listening to
agrees.
much sports talk radio down there.
Yeah, right.
They are very positive. It's hilarious.
It's weird.
Yeah. They're way more optimistic about their team.
Oh, they can be optimistic, but as soon as I start throwing out hot takes, I'm a fucking homer.
All right, Falcons 7.5.
Under.
Under.
They don't even have Julio anymore. Fuck it.
They just
Under.
score a shitload of points, though.
Maybe.
Worst defense in the league.
Yeah, they'll blow a whole bunch of leads. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders 7.
Under. I don't trust that.
Because I love John Gruden.
Under
I don't know
because
why Raiders, everyone's sleeping on the Raiders here.
under because of John Gruden. I think he's hysterical, but he's a terrible coach. He's still stuck in the
Yeah,
fucking
they
early
just don't seem
2000s.
to have like any plan.
Right. Yeah. There's no. Yeah.
Like
That
the ceiling
team has
on
no identity.
par. Yeah, and you're like Jacobs is good, but he's not gonna.
Yeah. And Waller at tight end is
Yeah.
amazing, but they don't utilize
Yeah.
him correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to have like good players that have popped up, but there's
Yeah.
no
Coaching holds him back.
cohesive like here's how we play.
Speaking of, Giants 7.
Over.
Under
I'm with Greg on the
Daniel
under.
Jones
Doesn't have it, right?
leads the
we
league
talk
in
about where he's like,
turnovers.
I think he'll be okay this year because he's got Saquon back.
Who's the backup there?
Who knows?
Well, I want to know how long they'll let him stay out there and throw picks and fumbles.
Oh, it'll be all day.
Yeah.
He's their
So
he's their golden boy.
I'm saying he leads the league in turnovers this year.
He's their Eli.
Jags 6.5.
Over.
Under.
We had all had to under here, Greg.
That
Really?
fucking yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
That head coach is gonna fucking. He's
Don't
an
believe in
overset.
it. Not year
Yeah.
one.
Have you seen his records in college though?
I don't care.
He's like 181 in like 23 or something.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
He's
Yeah,
won
welcome to the NFL.
everywhere.
He's gonna have 23 losses this season
They've been
alone.
Sucked in the NFL as well.
Do you think Trevor Lawrence will play well, Andy?
I think he'll play well enough. I don't. Yeah, I don't think it'll be enough to make a
Their
difference
roster
in the
is
win
not-
loss. Yeah,
Their roster is a lot more away than Trevor Lawrence.
I'm sure it'll be good though.
Bengals 6.5.
Over.
It's a tough one.
It is.
I mean,
It's
depends
going to be
on
right
Joe
around there.
Burrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be between 6 and 7 games.
Yeah. I say they win 6 games.
I say they win 7.
Under.
Over.
You guys are.
I think they're in
all
it
over
if
the place.
Joe Burrow stays healthy. I think
We
they're.
all had the Bengals over here, except for you guys.
They didn't fix the offensive line though. Keep that in
Eagles.
mind.
That's true.
Yeah, but
decided
they did
to
draft Jamar Chase.
Yeah, no, but
Jamar
you
Chase
got to be
is-
able to protect Burrow to get it to Jamar Chase.
I agree. They should have taken Sewell there.
Oh well.
Eagles 6.5.
Under.
Why? You don't believe in Jalen Hurts?
No.
No.
I've been watching some YouTube videos about his mechanics and his decision making, and very poor. Let me tell you.
See, that's
What was the number on
most
Eagles?
people would think you're bullshitting, but I actually know you're not bullshitting. You're
Yeah.
sitting there at fucking 1 a.m. watching
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts mechanics break
I
down.
am. He's a first
course.
read guy, and apparently, like a lot of that success from last year just came from like scramble and like play breakdowns. And really, people think he played well, but the Eagles were just so bad before that it seemed
It
like
looked
up
better.
there. Yeah,
I like that, and I love hitting on the Eagles after having them beat us in the Super Bowl and talking so much trash. So I will go the under, even though I don't even remember what the number was.
6.5.
Great, fine, don't care. Under.
Speaking of Jets, 6.
Under.
Right? They're gonna be an absolute dumpster.
Under.
yeah.
Bad
Never
rosters.
They just had. I think they just lost like 2 of their their highest offseason signing went down than an ACL or MCL today.
Name 5 more players on the Jets. Besides.
Zach, what's his face, the quarterback?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
5.
Elijah
tackle.
Woods. I got
tackle.
nothing.
Left tackle. Not DeBrickshaw Ferguson, something like that. He's good.
Yeah, right.
Jamal Robbie Anderson.
No.
Marcus May?
Marcus May, yeah.
Sam Dawson.
He's a Pro Bowler, right? Name a linebacker.
CJ Mosley.
Did they get him?
Yeah. Remember he got hurt first year.
Right.
Le'Veon Bell. No.
Oh, Joe Flat. Oh, no.
No.
Right.
No. Joe Namath.
Cephas.
Joe Namath ain't coming through that door.
Who else?
Black.
The Jets are a game and a half better than the Lions.
No, they're
Who's
not.
their running back?
You tell me.
Frank Gore?
No. Well, maybe.
I don't get how the Jets are a game and a half better. That
They're not, which is why we just went under. Next. We gotta put this.
Lions
we gotta
at
put this
4.5.
Over.
Lions
Correct?
4.5 over.
Yeah.
I think they come out hot and then lose every
New
game
coach, new
after
quarterback.
week 5.
They'll
Texans
keep trying.
4.
Under.
4. Wow.
Texans are a dumpster fire.
Wow.
If they win a game, I'll be shocked.
Wow.
0-17?
Under.
Yeah. Maybe one game.
All right, that's all.
Do they play the Lions?
The only ones we agree on here are the Jets.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That feels right for this pod.
The Redskins / Washington football team / whatevers.
Okay.
Vikings
Okay.
at 9 games.
Are they even going to bother naming that team, or are we just going to be the football team from here?
They keep threatening to name it. I heard Red Hogs.
The Indians did it like right away,
Yeah.
mid-season.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. This is Dan
Figure it
Snyder
out.
we're talking about, Big Dog.
Colts under 9, Titans over 9.
Yep.
I don't know if you said the Patriots. You thought we were going to go under 9.5.
Greg said under, yeah.
Yeah,
Because he's an asshole.
that's it. Oh, Ravens under 11, assuming suck me off means under.
Greg, you want to put a jersey bet on the Patriots? Over under?
Over under.
Yeah.
Sure.
9. All right.
Chinese jersey, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
9.5.
9.5. That's fine. I'll give you the half.
I get to pick the player though if I lose.
All right, there's our parlay.
I get to pick the team then.
I should net us some nice money.
All right,
All
right. I got the Jets roster up in front of me.
This is it before we put this like the Jets injury reserve. We're going to put this to bed after you give
starting
us this list.
cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Bryce Hall and Bless Austin.
Oh, bless.
Ooh, good. Okay.
That's a real
Mosley.
NFL player.
TJ Mosley. Yes, it is actually. Heard of him.
Hamza Nasir-Eldin,
Okay.
Who is this?
the starting linebacker.
Linebackers.
Oh.
John Franklin Myers, Folo Runsu Futakasi.
Is that one name, or we have multiple names there?
That's 2 names.
Yeah.
2 guys.
That's first and that's first and last.
John Franklin Myers is one person, and Folo Runso Fatukasi.
So this feels like a Madden generated team. No?
Jamison Crowder. So Keelan Cole is starting at wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
God, Braxton Berrios is
Yes.
the first.
He's going to make that roster, baby.
Corey Davis. No, Corey Davis, he could be legit. Mekhi
Yeah.
Becton's legit. George
Yes, that's
Fant.
Oh, right.
Greg Van Rotten. Dude, that sounds like...
That sounds like a punk band from the 80s.
If I was in a punk band, that was what my name was.
Exactly.
My alias. Greg Van Rotten. Such a
Oh
bad
my
boy,
God.
dude. That's a guy that trashes hotel rooms when he's on tour.
Correct.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I have a pierced lip, dude.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And like a bull thing through the nose as well.
Greg Van Rotten, right guard, dude. I'm buying this guy's jersey. If I win the jersey bet, I want a
That's what you get,
Van
yeah.
Rotten jersey.
All right. Done. It's a Jets one, but that's fine.
That's fine, dude. Van Rotten. And I want the whole name on the back.
Obviously.
Not
Greg
just Van
Van
Rotten. I want Greg
Van Rotten. Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh, dude, he had a mullet too. Yeah,
Obviously he did.
this guy looks awesome.
You didn't have to tell me that. That was what I was picturing in my head already.
Yeah, right guard Greg Van Rotten almost certainly has a mullet.
Undoubtedly. All right. Anything else before?
I'm calculating our parlay.
Andy, who's a player that everyone's hyped on that you think is going to be terrible?
That's a great question, Greg.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's everyone hyped on?
You want me to bring up the NFL MVP odds?
Yeah, sure.
Kelly wants me to bring it up.
I heard.
All right, Mahomes, Rodgers, Josh Allen, Brady, Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Matt Stafford, Russell Wilson, Herbert is a good one.
Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Come on, Andy.
He's going to be a fraud this year.
That is not real.
No, I don't think he finishes the season. I already said this once.
What, because he plays poorly?
Or for something.
I think we're past the point of like predicting he's a bust.
No, I'm not saying he's going to be a bust.
It's a hot take from Andy. Aaron Rodgers will be a bust. What about Joe Burrow? Give me one of these guys, like a newer guy, right? So like Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. These are all guys that I said Jalen Hurts. He's my bust, right?
Right.
Sam Darnold. He's not really people. Really hyped
Sam
on him,
Darnold's definitely going to be a bust.
Tua.
Yeah, I throw two in that category. Josh Allen.
Okay. I think we're on the Josh Allen train.
Ryan Tannehill.
They won't let me parlay them together.
That's fine.
What do you think about a sneaky coming back to earth from the Chiefs?
I think so. People are talking about them going undefeated already. There's no way that happens.
I know Mahomes is too good.
He is really good, but something about it doesn't feel sustainable.
Yeah,
I feel the same. I thought they had a good first rounder too.
I don't remember.
A running back, maybe?
I don't know.
Thoughts on Joe Burrow?
No thoughts on Joe Burrow.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Me too. He's got the look. When I talk about like a rookie, even though the team sucks, to me he had the look.
I agree. Joe Burrow is he seems to have it. Well, you're talking about I get what you're saying, Greg, when you said some guys don't have it, some do, and he seems to.
Yep.
And Mac
like even Andrew Luck. I remember Andrew Luck's first year, he sucked, but you were like, okay,
yeah,
they would be way worse if he wasn't in there.
And you know who else has that? Hebert.
Yeah, I'm not quite sold on him. Maybe because he just played when the Pats played and we just dominated, and that was really the only time I watched a full game. But
I had him on my fantasy team. He was awesome.
Yeah, he did put up crazy numbers.
He did. Yeah, he looked good. All right, I think this is going on long enough. I think we should end this.
Who only in the first half here?
Ezekiel Elliott rushing champion.
Steve, one last hot take.
Because he's adorable when he wraps presents.
Love it.
My not so hot take is Andy's going to be wrong on every single one of his hot takes.
And if I'm not,
I'll give you a hug.
All right. So find out probably 6 months from now whether or not my hot takes are correct.
Next season.
Yeah.
You write them all down.
On the Patriots.
I took down notes.
Dynasty podcast. Save those notes, Steve, and we will revisit them when the time is correct. Otherwise, we'll see you next time back in 2004 on the Patriots.
Last hot take, the Austin Bills make the playoffs.
Yeah, okay. Fair. The Bills will not stay in Buffalo. Love it. I can get behind that. That'd be great.
Shooting from the hip right now.
Way to really take us home there, Greg.
Yeah, that was the hottest take of all night.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. Finishing on a high note, if you will. We'll see you next week.
Let's go Hoyer. Third quarter Hoyer, baby.
Patriots Dynasty podcast.
See you later.
See you later.